I'm in my office. You know what that means. I am trying out a new software product for you today. This one is called Doodly. It's all about helping you create whiteboard style videos. I'm Jenn Jager, Creative Director at Plum Productions Professional Video Services and educator here at My Video 101, where I teach you all about creating your own videos and I do product reviews like this one. So let's talk about Doodly. Doodly has been all over my Facebook feed. That Facebook algorithm really has me pegged because it's always advertising all these really cool softwares to me that I cannot wait to try. And Doodly is one I've had my eye on for a few weeks now. It advertises that you can create your own whiteboard style videos. Here's what the ad looks like. I can tell you right off the bat, that is misleading. It does not turn a photograph into an actual sketch, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. The other thing it says is that you can create a whiteboard video in as quickly as 60 seconds, which that is false advertising, my friends. Anytime any platform tells you you can create a video in 60 seconds or super fast, technically it's true. If you just slap something together and export it, yeah, it can happen in 60 seconds, but creating a marketing video is all about planning. You have to have an idea. You have to have all the content you need. In the case of Doodly, there's an opportunity for you to incorporate voiceover, so you have to write a script. So there is no 60-second video, and I think that's a bit of a stretch for Doodly to claim, but Doodly has really great technology that I haven't seen anywhere else, so I'm not throwing the baby out with the bathwater on this one. We're going to dive in and create our first Doodly video. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'm going to link below to some other really cool videos I've done before just like this. I tried out a product called Reevio not too long ago, promo. You can see all these videos in the description box below, or check out my product review playlist on my YouTube channel because that's where I've got tons of different product reviews like this one. So let's dive right in. You're going to be seeing me talk to you here on the camera, but you're also going to be seeing what I'm seeing on my computer screen so you can see how the software works, how easy or difficult it is to use, and what the finished outcome looks like. Let's do it. Okay guys, so you can see right here is Doodly, and what we're going to do is create a new video. Let's click on that icon. Now what's really cool about Doodly is that it gives you some different options for the types of videos you can create. You'll see here a whiteboard video, chalkboard look, glassboard, or custom. The chalkboard also has like a green chalkboard look, kind of like your old school chalkboard that you might, if you're my age, they used to have those green chalkboards. Let's just stick though with the whiteboard video because that is the style that a lot of people like and are looking for. Now I'm going to title this video Pet Sitter, because that is the voiceover we're going to be using today. It's all about why you should hire a professional pet sitter. So once I've given my video a title, you can see that the screen opens up here, and this big white box is what's called my canvas. This is what the actual video is going to look like. Over here on the left are different scenes is this category. You can see these like black and white illustrations, characters, which is all the different people you can have in your video doing various things. Props are anything, really kind of a catch-all category where there's animals, there's food, there's a chessboard. I mean, look at totally random stuff here. Text, there's 3 fonts to choose from. Sounds is stock music that you can add to your video. And then on each one of these tabs, you'll see this blue plus sign here. That is so that you can add your own elements, text, you can add your own fonts, props, you can add your own illustrations. This dog food here is one that I personally already added. You can see this one doesn't look like the rest. It is red and full color as opposed to the rest of the Doodly provided illustrations that are just black and white outline. And we'll talk about that in a second. There's all these characters. You could add your own character. You could add an illustration of yourself. And then there's these different scenes. And what's kind of cool about these scenes is that you can actually, each one of the elements in the scenes, after playing around with it, I discovered, are individual drawings. So if you see this one here, it's a bedroom. I could get rid of these flowers or this dresser or the bed or the picture. I could eliminate or resize different elements in the room, so you're not stuck with the room as it is provided to you. But what I did notice about these scenes is that it takes a long time for the hand animation to actually sketch the scene on. You can change the duration and how long it takes for the scene to come on, but with such an elaborate scene, if you make the duration of the animating on too short, it looks a little bit funny. I'm going to stay away from these scenes for my purposes, but you are welcome to use them. So first, what I want to do is go over to sounds. I've already imported my pet sitter voiceover, and I'm going to drag it down here to the timeline. This down here at the bottom here is what's called the timeline, and that is the sequence in which all of your elements, whether they be audio elements or video, or in this case, illustrations, lay out in sequence. So we've got the voiceover down here first. Basics of editing, you always start with the audio because you want to match your visuals to the audio, not the other way around. So that's something you might not have known. That's a good tip for you if you're getting into editing. Start with your voiceover. So I'm laying that in, and I can actually like drag it down longer in the timeline or bring it back. One thing I did notice about Doodly with the audio editing is that it's not very robust. I can change the volume of the voiceover, but in typical editing platforms, I can actually break up the voiceover into individual clips, so I can have shorter or longer gaps between what the actual narrator, how they actually read it, right? So I can kind of change the pace a little bit of the voiceover, and in Doodly, you can't do that, so you're kind of just left with how the narrator read it. That's just something for you to know. So I've got my my audio in here, and what I'm going to do is preview the scene so you can hear what the narration says.
Why choose a professional pet sitter? When you're away, we will love your pet like our own.
Okay, so that is just the very beginning of the voiceover. You can see here this white box is our scene, and I can make the scene shorter or longer, but it just previewed the duration of this scene, which we haven't added anything to yet. You can see here it's about 6 seconds long. So the first thing I'm going to add is text. I'm going to pick this font, and I just double click to modify, and I'm going to write, why choose a professional pet sitter, because that is what my voiceover says, and that is the text I would like to appear. Now what I can do is position this text anywhere. I think, yep, if I go in here, I can put it on 2 different lines, and I can center the text, which is great. Just like in Microsoft Word or any other program. It doesn't give you a ton of customization, but there's a little customization there. And let's see here. So I can change the color if I so choose, but I'm going to stick with the traditional black and white look. So let's preview this scene and see how it matches with my voiceover.
Why choose a professional pet sitter? When you're...
Okay, great. So the other thing you can do is if you go over here to scene settings, you can change the hand that is drawing your illustrations, which is really cool. So I'm going to change it to more of like a woman's hand and no sleeve. You can even change it from right-handed to left-handed. Okay. And then I'm just going to start adding my elements. So what I want to do is add my pet sitter. Who is my pet sitter going to be? Let's choose someone. They have people like doing the same character, let's say doing several different things. I'm going to choose this one. Okay, so here she is. And I can resize her. And I'm going to add a cat. Perfect. Oh, the cat's huge, so right, we want to make it in proportion to our pet sitter. She's not a lion tamer. And what's cool about this is I can, how do I do this? There's a way to make the cat go, oh, I can flip the direction. And there we go. So I've sent the cat to the back. So the cat's now behind our pet sitter. I can move the pet sitter text. I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to put my text over here and move these two over here. Okay, perfect. So the other thing we can do is change the duration. If you look over here on the right side of the screen, you can change the duration of how long it takes for the hand to draw on every individual element. So we can really customize this to match our voiceover. So let's just see what the default is. I'm going to right click here, preview the scene.
Why choose a professional pet sitter? When you're away, we will love your pet like our own, providing you with peace of mind. We help maintain regular...
Okay, so I want it to end at peace of mind. And then I need these things to come on much faster. I'm just going to adjust the timing here. I want everything to happen faster in general. Let's try it again.
Why choose a professional pet sitter? When you're away...
What I do find annoying about working within this timeline is that I can't just play the audio track and listen to it and match the sound with the waveforms here at the bottom of the screen like I would in a normal editing software, so that I have to keep guessing how long the voiceover is and how far I need to stretch the scene to cover the part of the voiceover that I am trying to edit to. And that is definitely a drawback.
Why choose a professional pet sitter? When you're away, we will love your pet like our own, providing you with peace.
Oh, so close. I want it to go to providing you with peace of mind. And I'm just guessing here where the sweet spot is for that. So let's try it one more time.
I choose a professional pet sitter. When you're away, we will love your pet like our own, providing you with peace of mind.
Perfect. Okay, now we've got it right. So let's add another scene. I'm going to move on from this. And let's preview it and listen to what we're trying to cover.
Regular diet and exercise routines. We offer affection, socialization, and companionship.
Okay. All right, so next scene, let's add a dog this time. So here's our dog. He's in here. Let's go back to Emily. All right, there's not really she's not doing anything specific that I feel like works for this particular project. So it's a little bit limiting. Oops, somehow I ended up with two dogs. Let's get rid of this dog. Okay, again, we can scale. Now let me show you what happens when you bring in your own graphic element. So here we go to props. I brought in the dog food. Now what I don't like about this is that it is full color. So I had to, ahead of time, take this dog bowl and make it grayscale. It still doesn't truly match what the rest of the Doodly elements look like, but that's okay. I mean, we could be more specific with it. I could have traced it in Photoshop and made it look more right on, but that would have taken even more time. So I'm just gonna live with the grayscale. I'm gonna add an image. I'm gonna go to my desktop, and we're going to bring in this dog bowl here. If you watch the way that the dog bowl comes in when we preview.
In regular diet and exercise routines, we offer affection, socialization, and companionship. We provide a reliable and dedicated service. We are
Okay, so you can see that the dog bowl just kind of got scribbled in. Watch this again.
Why choose a professional pet sitter? When you're away, we peace of mind.
Let's get over there.
We offer affection, socialization, and companionship. We provide a reliable and
Okay, so you can see that it's just getting scribbled in on the diagonal, which honestly is fine, but if you really wanted to be more targeted with this, and this is where Doodly's really cool, we can create a custom path. So if you look in this window up here, you can see how the dog bowl is getting added to the frame. It's just kind of this diagonal scribble. But if I wanted to, I could make the hand actually follow the outline path of the dog bowl, which is very cool, I have to say. So this takes a little time and patience. This is where that 60-second time frame goes out the window. But what you can do is just kind of click around the edge of your dog bowl. And you could do many more clicks and be much more strategic with the actual shape here. And I actually practice this, and so I know that there's a certain way I need to click through this image, and that's something that just takes a little trial and error, like anything else. And then we're gonna go like over the dog food, so you can actually see it in the bowl. I'm not being too precise here, but that's okay. And then we close it. Okay. And then now we can look in this window and see, look, it's just like this very faint, dinky little outline, and it doesn't look very good. But watch this. If I change the path size, now we're really seeing the outline of the food. Okay? All right. So let's just save that. And let's preview what we've got here.
In regular diet and exercise routines, we offer affection, socialization, and companionship. We provide a reliable and dedicated service.
Okay, so that's how we created our first couple scenes. I'm gonna finish this up and then we'll take a look at the finished product and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so now that I've created all of my scenes, I'm gonna add music to this video project. So as you know, I've already done the voiceover. I've already selected voiceover, but now it's time to pick some music. You can upload your own music track, and if you watch the Reevio video, you know that I give you a little bit of warning about choosing music to go along with your marketing videos. Your safest bet is to choose from the offered tracks that Doodly has already licensed on your behalf. So let's check out some of these soundtracks. I just finished editing everything together. Let us export. So I hit the export button and I can change the destination. I'm going to leave it here going to the desktop. Here's my resolution options. I am going to go 1920 by 1080, quality maximum, of course. Let's hit continue. And now we just wait for it to render. If you watched the Reevio video, you know about rendering. We're just going to sit tight and wait for this one to process. Okay, 3 minutes and 10 seconds later, and our little 26-second video is finally exported. Let's have a look.
Why choose a professional pet sitter? When you're away, we will love your pet like our own, providing you with peace of mind. We help maintain regular diet and exercise routines. We offer affection, socialization, and companionship. We provide a reliable and dedicated service. We are committed to delivering quality care and ensuring client satisfaction. Contact us today so we can help you and your pet get the benefits a professional pet sitter provides.
Okay, so what do I think of the Doodly platform? I'd say it's pretty good. It's definitely unique, and I really love that it's pretty customizable. The selection of illustrations that are included in your Doodly purchase are kind of mediocre. I don't think they're going to fit very well for a ton of different businesses. They're almost like generic enough to pass, but you don't really get that custom cool feel that you might really want from your whiteboard video. in terms of the length of time it takes to create something like this, as I told you about earlier, there's a lot of pre-planning that has to go into any kind of video that you do. You have to think about what the messages you want to say. Do you need a script? Do you need to order a voiceover to go with your video like I did today? Those are all things that you have to decide up front before you even start making the video in Doodly. So that whole thing about a 60-second, to create a whiteboard video is totally misleading, as is the ad that I saw on Facebook where there was a guy's photograph was turning into a sketch. Doodly does not do that. That is something you need to do on your own time, and that just adds the amount of work it takes to create a video like this. If you were going to pay someone on Fiverr, it might be a couple $100 to create a video like this, and it really is a personal decision for you whether or not you think the time it would take you to create a whole video like this is worth $200, or if you'd rather use this platform and create it yourself. That's a really personal decision. I can't answer that for you. So I'm going to give Doodly a tepid thumbs up. There's some really good things about it. It's not quite as robust as I think it could be, but they're definitely onto something with this, and I know they're continually developing it, so there will be improvements made. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and check out the product reviews playlist on my YouTube page, because that's where I review tons of different apps, platforms like this, even physical products. If you see something you want me to try out, tell me in the comments, because I would love to do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.